I'm gonna make all the foot puns I can.
Wonderful. Let's cut to the action. And what action it is?
Robert Meadows on Bring to Light Scapeshift.
Capeshift.
Bring to Light Capeshift, which is
Scapeshift. I lied.
No, I thought I was hoping it would be Capeshift, and we could talk about the
Capes.
hot new sci-fi series Krypton.
Yeah, that is a hot one. We've seen the first episode of it.
We've seen the first episode. I think the second one is on our DVR.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Good old Space Britain.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And Andrew, I can't even. Space Britain is a really nice one. Oh boy.
Aggressive rolling by Robert Meadows. But it looks like he won the die roll, so more power to him.
Dude, I feel like this die roll thing has like been in the Magic the Gathering media a lot.
What die rolling thing?
Like,
I think it's just you.
No,
It's just you. It's
no,
literally
I was.
just, you're the only
so
one.
I was last night. I was on Channel Fireball's website looking up some of their Rivals of Ixalan draft videos because we have that RPTQ to play this weekend.
We do.
We're both qualified.
Yes.
So you should listen to us because we're obviously very good, talented Magic
Yeah,
players.
I'm a very qualified individual to talk to you about these things.
Anyway, I was looking up some draft videos just to see what their opinions are. They draft Colossal Dreadmaw more than we do.
Do they?
Yep.
Are they high on that one?
I wouldn't say they're high on it, but they took it over like other things.
Just things in general.
No, they took it over other. Like they took a Colossal Dreadmaw over a Overgrown Armasaur.
Yeah, that's fair. I would rather have that than an Overgrown
Right.
Armasaur in most decks.
Okay. Anyway, and they had an article about like what we should do dice rolling, and then Star City Games had their second article
Oh, there's a second article about it.
about dice rolling.
Follow-up.
And it all started, the first one I became aware of was when Adam Yurchik had an aside in his PPTQ report about dice rolling and how it should be done. The most innovative dice rolling mechanic I've found is that you assign even odd to each player.
Yeah.
One player's even, the other player's odd. And then you each roll a d6, and the sum is either even or odd, and that player goes first. So that neither player can manipulate the outcome entirely. They can only manipulate the outcome of their die, if they're going to manipulate it at all.
It sounds pretty loose.
How is it loose?
It's a little convoluted.
It's very convoluted. More than a little, it's very.
I would... I'm not 100% sure on the odds.
It's even odds to...
But on 2d6s?
Yeah, on 2d6, there's 36 possible outcomes. Half of them are even numbers, half of them are odd numbers.
Okay.
So that's what they said. The hardest part is convincing people of that.
You convinced me. Now let's do high roll. No, I do a lot of evens or odds with one die. But
Yeah, love that.
Absurd. I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
My favorite one that I found most people will agree with is 1d12.
I've got a nice d12 for rolling.
I found that the die is like round enough that it gets like a good roll.
Oh, this one rolls, baby.
But it's also like has enough sides that you don't
Oh, this
repeat
one's
a
got some
number.
sides.
Hopefully it only has 12 sides.
Well, yeah. Duh.
So yeah, 1d12 would be my favorite.
The best
I don't think it's the best.
around.
It's just my personal
ever
favorite.
gonna
I think it's
you
the
down.
one you have to have something that people are going to agree to.
Yeah.
And I'm not interested in like explaining to people.
Rochambeau for shotgun.
Right. JD's over here grooming me.
Well, you're basically filthy, so.
Yeah, if I wasn't such a shaggy dog.
Shaggy Dog, by the way, best of the dire wolves from Game of Thrones.
Okay. We were talking about that book off the stream earlier.
Is it Shaggy Dog or is it Shaggy Boy? I think it was Shaggy Dog. Shaggy something, that's for sure. I'm looking it up right now.
Here he is, looking it up.
I have the whole internet in my hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I had to look up this movie earlier that I had watched that I was recommending to a coworker.
Yeah.
So those of you in the stream and those of you in the commentary booth here with me, be sure to check out the movie Hard Ticket to Hawaii. This is a real winner.
Who's the star of Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
There are no stars in Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I would be very impressed if anybody in chat.
Who's the lead to Hard Ticket to Hawaii? Who plays the lead role? Just a guy.
I mean, I'll look it up. I still had it up, which is why I thought about it.
Is it in what's the is it on Netflix or
Top billed cast is Ron Moss.
Is it on Netflix? Is it on Hulu? Is it on? Do I have to?
You're gonna have to go deep. To find
I'm
this
gonna
one.
have to find it somewhere else.
You're gonna have to go real deep to find this one. I had it on a flash drive at one point.
Jeez. Anything on a flash drive
From 1987.
is either boring or
Action
illicit.
thriller. Hard Ticket
To
to Hawaii. The whole movie might be on YouTube. Like, it's that kind of thing.
Okay.
Where they could just be like, yeah, let's just throw it up.
Is it just like a B list?
Oh, it is. B is generous. Uptick on Lily. Get rid of our tar pits. Oh, and here's a Jace. Jace on an empty board. Feels good.
Fate Celia, put it down. That gives him hope. Yeah, we should go up to the flea market one week and like scour the. Like, there's guys up there that just have hundreds of DVDs and VHS.
The entire movie is available on YouTube.
Oh, perfect.
I think this is. One is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, which this movie is not. One is 1 hour and 14 minutes long.
Much closer to the runtime of this movie.
Yes. So if anybody has the opportunity to check this out, I know what I'm doing tonight.
We're gonna go home and watch SmackDown.
The theme song to this is a real winner too. Andrew takes that one pretty easily after resolving the Jace.
Yep. They have a great, unique theme song.
Oh yeah, it's created specifically for the movie. The song is called "Hard Ticket to Hawaii."
My whole thing about these things is like, when a movie exists, like somebody has spent money to make this happen, and it's usually somebody that believed they could make money.
Someone made a fortune on this movie. A small fortune.
I believe they might have spent a small fortune. If it's an action movie, I believe they could have easily spent $1 million on a bad action movie.
Okay. I wonder what the budget for this thing was.
It's gotta be.
So I don't know if you know who this is, but it is an Andy Sedaris movie.
Andy Sedaris. Isn't there a writer?
He is a writer.
Sedaris?
Director.
Is he? Okay.
Well, he's dead now, but...
Alright. That doesn't... I mean, there's all kinds of...
The Spotter Monkey's fourth grade teacher wrote and directed Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
I mean, there's all kinds of... There's Amy Sedaris. There's an infinite number of Sedarises.
Infinite. Yes, that was the Frisbee scene. Teddy.
What?
That's the movie. It has a really nice Frisbee.
Yeah, so like every time I see a movie, like
Don't watch this movie if you're afraid of snakes, by the way. There's a terrifying snake in it.
I'm just like, somebody spent money on this. Somebody thought it was a good idea and spent money on it. Like the Human Centipede. Somebody
They made a ton of money on that.
They did make a ton of money, but there was 3 people that were messed up enough to think that was a good idea before anybody ever cast an actor. It had to get written, read by the producer, and then read by the head of the studio that made it. And like all 3 of those guys had to agree, like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's put this into life.
To be fair, you could come up with literally any premise, turn it into a horror movie, and if your budget is low enough, you'll just break even because there are people that are like that obsessed with just watching horror movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that there was that big of a horror movie fandom.
Yeah, like all the Paranormal Activity. How do you think that stuff comes out to like Paranormal Activity 6? And those movies are hot garbage.
Like I figured the first one made enough money that they
just made 5 more.
Oh no, like it's that thing where like the first one latches on and then you have a core audience that is going to see the next ones.
Okay.
Thanks, friend.
Really shuffling up for this game, too.
These bring to light decks have to be super hard to play. Like your mana base has to be all weird. You got to be fetching and searching all the time.
I mean,
it can't be that fun.
Have you ever played a 3-color commander deck? I know you have.
Yeah, you've watched me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
How poorly do I do it? I mean, I'm pretty...
It's not hard, is my point.
Okay.
I'm not saying you do it well. I'm just saying it's not hard.
Okay. I'm pretty bad at Commander, guys, just so you guys know.
Just so you know.
For as good as I am at Magic, when I'm not even that good at Magic, I'm that much worse at Commander. Pretty good at Brawl, though.
You don't, like... I think you just don't get the texture of the games.
No?
I think that might be the issue. You gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it. The game has to have feeling. Once more, with feeling.
With feeling. Teddy Jr., I did hear that The Quiet Place is supposed to be good. I'm not one to watch horror movies just because they kind of bore me. They're a little formulaic, but I might see that one. It does look pretty good.
Have you ever enjoyed a horror movie?
So the original Cloverfield was pretty enjoyable.
Okay, the one shot with like bad, like
yeah.
Okay.
I think I enjoy thriller movies. I don't enjoy horror movies.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's a difference there.
Yes, Bring to Light decks are a little bit weird in that like you have to plan ahead like 2 or 3 turns when you're planning out the development of your mana base, but
Robert could be on 5 mana this turn if he wanted.
And
if he makes his land drop out of his hand,
and he will.
Let's see it. Collective Brutality. Escalating.
All right, so
a Valakut and a Bring to Light.
Negate. Not Escape Shift. I'm sorry, Bring to Light.
I believe he will probably just search. He'll do both the searches, but then cast just the Jace, because Valakut comes in tapped.
Well, so I'd imagine Andrew's going to take the Bring to Light here. He might take the Jace. I don't know what's in his hand.
Collective Brutality can't take Jace.
Oh, well.
It's not a full duress.
Jace is safe then.
Chooses...
Billy Camino says horror is the best genre, which is really weird to me.
You ready for the other thing that you didn't know about Billy Caminos? He likes metal music.
I knew that about Billy Caminos.
I did not until he told me. I was like, oh, okay.
So Billy. Billy
strikes me as the kind of guy who like Sarah Bareilles would be like his favorite artist.
Whoa. I agree with Billy that comedies are bad. Only in so much as like the pop comedies are pretty bad. I have a very dark sense of humor, and when like there's a comedy that caters towards like that dark absurdist humor, it's right up my alley. Doesn't happen very often, as I'm sure.
Who's that one director that you love?
Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
He
made some good.
The Cornetto trilogy.
He made
is designed specifically for me. He called me and was like, "Hey man,
I'm gonna make a movie.
I'm writing this movie.
What do you want to see?"
No, he knew.
Oh, he already knew. Yeah, those movies were fine, but like you were
fine.
You were like on the ground cackling the entire time. And, like I was laughing, but more because like you were laughing. Like I wouldn't sit alone and laugh at that. Like there was one scene that I thought was just really brilliant. And like other than that, I was just.
There were a lot of really brilliant scenes. To be fair, I don't know. The whole thing is just riotous. Strange that he, after seeing a discard spell, he Jace brainstorms and then keeps.
Rain of Tears?
Oh man, getting real salty in here.
Man, chooses the Portal Rain of Tears.
It's the good choice.
I mean, it's a solid. Yeah, so
Wes Anderson movies are overrated. Most movies are overrated, though. All right, the old brainstorm, and then.
Oh man, he's got 2 lands. He's got 3 lands in hand, but one of them's green, so he can bring to light here. While Andrew's tapped out. And I mean, here's the thing: you obviously want to bring to light for Scapeshift to win the game, but you have to have a good bring to light target outside of Scapeshift, because you can only Scapeshift when you have like 7 lands in hand. Liliana.
So Robert could snap negate this.
Yep,
and he
which he does.
Buys him a turn, gives him a little bit of a clock. Andrew can untap and kill this Jace.
Right, let's see if Robert sees it.
Different angle. Gets the Scapeshift. So both Scapeshift and Bring to Light shuffle this deck. So
yes.
We could bury some cards now if we wanted.
I think the card he's going to use to shuffle this deck is the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Not interested in a Bring to Light?
No, I think what he wants to do here is...
Bring to Light for Blood Moon?
Well, that'd be good.
Opting instead for the double Tribe Elder. We're going the beatdown route.
So he's going to double Tribe Elder here, and then he has Bring to Light and Scapeshift in his hand, so he can...
Does not have Scapeshift in hand.
Anymore? He put it back?
Yes, he kept a Dispel. Which spell?
This one?
Indeed.
So Andrew has to tap pretty low here if he wants to kill the Jace, which will leave Robert open to winning the game. Oh, he's not going to kill the Jace. He's just going to Ghost Council.
We're just going to abs that. And now you could just pop these Tribe Elders with impunity.
See, if he would have popped the Tribe Elders, he would have just won the game, right? You just Bring to Light, win the game. Because it brings you to 8 lands, and that's enough to kill him from 17 with Valakut. Or don't.
More copies of Bring to Light. Bury more Dispels. Oh, and just not attacking first. Why not?
Yeah, we didn't want to shuffle. I guess he might have had a card on top he wanted. Which, I don't know why you would have a card on top that you wanted when you...
He kept Dispel and Bring to Light. And then put Scapeshift on top. But you can just Bring to Light for the Scapeshift if it's just going to win you the game.
Yeah, can he just not just win the game? Just win the whole game, right? Okay. Wins the whole game.
A game over.
So I find it funny that you say movies in general are bad when you just bought the all-you-can-watch movie pass.
Movies in general are overrated. Not bad.
Oh,
First
okay.
off.
All right, I didn't mean to misrepresent your position.
You completely misrepresented my position. And I bought the movie pass that was an year, an annual subscription for like $90.
Yeah.
I see more movies than that in a year, so it was just like, yep, snap it off.
Okay.
Yeah, why win the game when you could just use Jace? No big deal. Just slam some more Jaces.
Winning the game, overrated. Oh, boy.
So we're going on to game 3 here. A real exciting one. Real exciting. I heard the new horror movie with the guy from The Office who wasn't Captain America is scary. I don't know what that means.
Wait a minute. The guy from The Office, Jim or Rainn Wilson?
I don't know.
Because that guy, the guy that played Dwight in The Office, did an awesome cameo on the new Star Trek. He's just phenomenal.
Oh, Jesus, we're talking about Star Trek now.
Yeah.
All right.
You probably hate sci-fi more than you hate horror.
Oh, I love sci-fi. It's one of my favorite genres.
Yeah, how can you not like Star Trek?
Mostly because of its fan base. It was all Toby is the answer. That's fair. So yeah, fan bases ruin a lot of things, man.
Okay. What other fan base ruined their thing?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, sure.
Fan base just destroyed that one.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, hope they didn't want any more because you ruined it.
Next two are gonna be a little bit contentious, but Harry Potter. Fan base ruined the Harry Potters.
Interesting. Okay. I could see where you would say that. I feel like it was I feel like it's become a little basic to be a Harry Potter fan.
Sure. Thought sees me pitch this, setting up a turn 2 Goryos. Dare you to have an answer. So for him to have an answer, he would have to have the appropriate land and the appropriate 1-mana answer, which in this case is Dispel. So we're going to get you for 2, put you down to 18, go back up to 20.
Attack for 5. Here's my thing that the fan base ruined. MMA is actually like a really interesting sport. Like when you like learn about like all the different tactics and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fan base is just awful.
Yeah, fan base is
just toxic masculinity.
Not great. Two on top are Jason Lilly. Gotta imagine we want one of these at least.
If we had
He's digging for that black land because he wants to
he's
rain
all
on Robert's Parade.
He is all in on like just protecting this Obsidian.
I don't know that that's the case. I think he's just digging for
another swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Black source.
Sovereign 226 does not like your use of the term toxic masculinity.
What doesn't he like about it?
He just doesn't like it, man. He's not digging it.
So, like...
Drain you for 2.
Give me a rules refresher. If I disallow Obzidot's trigger, does it stay removed forever, or does he get it again on the next upkeep?
Forever. I believe it's a delayed trigger.
Yeah.
Set up when it enters or when it leaves the battlefield. So it's staying on forever.
Yeah, that'd be quite the trick.
All right, so we're gonna pop this.
It is.
All right, so Swamp. I gotta imagine it's Arena Tears. Probably on the Flooded Grove. Keeps him off the double green.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely on that Flooded Grove. The Obzidot got bounced.
Yeah, bounced Obzidot's not a happy Obzidot, but he'll be back.
Alright, back on double green. This one's going to be way more interesting than I thought it was. Is that a...
Click. We'll keep it on top.
Oh, it's a click. Okay, I was like, is that a... I don't know why I thought it was a confiscation coup for like a half a second.
Confiscation queue. Alright, so
Which would
draw step. Here's a click. Robert has a remand in hand. I'd almost remand this.
Yeah, you just need turns until you can, Scapeshift him.
It kind of takes you off a turn, but oh well. If you get to make your land drop, it's all good. And we do. And we gotta play our own search for Azcanta.
Man, everybody's looking for it. Who can find it?
Andrew needs another white source to be able to cast
Obzidibity-doo.
Obzidot. Let's see if he's going to run out this click again. Alright.
Yep.
Search resolves, get a basic, and then we're going to trigger the search for Azcanta, and then we're going to draw a card, and then we're going to see, I believe, a vanilla click.
Boop, boop.
Cut. And the search trigger. Robert going to give this one a think before bidding a Tri-Belter, draws
That's
a
a good
card,
choice.
and gets clicked.
Yeah, wow, look at this, look at this fairy in Robert's hand is quite good.
Yes.
So the thing here
The
for...
Glenalondra Archmage is pretty nice.
So the thing for Andrew here is if you ship one of these cards to the bottom, it gives him a redraw on trying to hit
Yeah.
Scapeshift.
But if click is your clock, then you gotta get rid of the block.
Click clock. Click clock. Oh man.
Alright,
Why
so
is that so funny?
Brainstorm is gonna net Robert 2 Scapeshifts. That's gonna be pretty good in the scheme of things here.
He's gonna play fetch land here. Shuffle away some of those Landos that are unnecessary.
Scapeshift on top, so he's just gonna pass. Or I'm sorry, bring a light on top, not Scapeshift.
Interesting.
Here's the other white source.
So if you can get yourself to a sufficiently high life total,
25 is sufficiently high.
you can prevent yourself from being valacutted out of the game.
Oh, no cert it. That's interesting.
Yeah, here he goes to 6 mana.
Gets
Draws
one
the white
anyway.
source anyway.
It's going to leave him life neutral, though.
Jace down.
So if we play our land, maybe he's trying to dig for a discard spell with search. I'm sorry, with Azcanta proper.
Yeah, that would be that's a move.
I don't know that I'm a huge fan of it. Tapped and passes the turn. Man, I would have been very tempted to
Interesting. I guess he
gain a life here. Maybe he thinks he's safe at 23.
So it's a numbers issue here. So like he could Robert draws a forest. I don't know why he leaves that forest on top. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, 8 lands gives him a lot more damage because he gets multiple Valakuts.
Okay, so we've got a version with 2 Valakuts in it then. Yeah, Bring to Light paying 4 different kinds of mana. Here comes Azcanta for the counterspell. So it's a numbers game, whether or not he has
Dispel.
the 2 counterspells that cost 2 or less, or discard spells. And I think Andrew assumed that Robert hid his win condition on the top of his library.
Gotcha.
For Jace. So that's why he didn't Azcanta, or didn't cast the Ghost Council. Alright, so he lets Bring to Light resolve. And now he should counter the Valakut. Or the Scapeshift, right?
Well, Dispel counters instants.
Oh, not every spell.
Only this one.
Only this one that says instant. She's a 23 and he's just... Robert's gonna explain the math for him. Real quick. Let me explain it to you guys. You dead.
Show me the mountains.
Two Valakuts to help him get to...
There it is.
Yep. Alright.
36 you.
That's round 3.
Round 3 in the books. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the 4th and final round
of Hot Modern Action.
The hottest modern action. If we're still here. There may just be tornadoes. The alert has been extended to 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah?
Literally anything could happen. We could just be dead.
I just looked over at JD's phone and he's got an American Chopper meme pulled up. I hope he shares it with me because I love that meme. We'll see you guys.
Not sharing this one, honestly.